In order to analyze chemical reactions, हमने इसमें limiting reagent और excess reagent करके कुछ define किए हैं. And in any chemical reaction, the stoichiometric coefficients will tell us the amount in terms of number of molecules or number of moles. Number of molecules तभी हमको बोलना चाहिए if the coefficients are not fractions. You can always define them as number of moles because fraction of the moles can always exist, right? We understood the definitions of excess reagent and limiting reagent. If you are taking the reactants in stoichiometric proportions, the entire of the reactants will be consumed and you will be forming products according to them. If you are not taking them in stoichiometric coefficients, one of the reagent will be the limiting reagent and the other reagent will be the excess reagent. In order to calculate the limiting reagent, हमने एक procedure भी देखा. What you need to do is you need to find the value of K. For understanding or for solving any of the chemical reactions, this is the standard procedure. आप लोग सभी लोग ये याद रखो कैसे करना है. K कैसे calculate करना है? You need to find given moles upon stoichiometric coefficient. Whichever reactant is having lower value of K, that will become the limiting reagent. You need to take K of that particular limiting reagent and multiply that with stoichiometric coefficients. For reactants, you will get the reacted amount. For the products, you will get the produced amount. Produced amount के लिए आपको positive sign लगाना है, reacted के लिए negative sign लगाना है. We are putting that as negative because the reactants are getting decreased. Okay. So once you know the value of K for the limiting reagent, you can get the values of reacted as well as produced amounts. So हो जाएगा. Okay. उसके बाद हमने we have seen different analysis. You can either do the analysis in terms of moles or you can do the analysis in terms of mass. Okay. उसके बाद we have seen different questions, different models of questions. ये सब calculate किया हमने and we have also analyzed what to do if you are given gases. Whenever you are given gases, usually you will be given pressure, volume, temperature, and number of moles. You can use an ideal gas equation, which is PV equals to nRT, where R is the universal gas constant. It has two different values depending upon two different units. If you take the pressure in terms of atmosphere, volume in terms of liters, then the unit will be 0.0821 atmosphere liter per mole Kelvin. 0.0821, you can write that as 1/12. If you're taking this particular unit, you usually use that. ये जो unit है, कहाँ पे लिखा? यहाँ पे 0.0821 atmosphere liter per mole Kelvin. This unit we will use that whenever the pressure is given in terms of atmospheres, volume in terms of liters. ये जो particular unit है 8.314 joule per mole Kelvin. We will be encountering this unit in the chapter of thermodynamics. Thermodynamics chapter में हम ये वाला unit ज़्यादा use करेंगे. Okay, because we need to do some calculations based on work, heat. ये सब work और heat का standard SI units are joules. There we will use the value of R as 8.314. बाकी सब में जब भी moles calculate करना है, ये सब करना है, we will always use the unit as 0.0821 atmosphere liter per mole Kelvin. Okay. STP conditions, NTP conditions, STP condition at new convention, old convention, ये सब देखा हमने. I hope all of you remember the values. After that, we have seen different form of ideal gas equation. We can write rho is equals to PM upon RT. It is a different form of ideal gas equation in terms of density. इसी context में हमने vapor density करके किया है, which is density of any gas divided by density of hydrogen, and we got the formula as molecular weight upon 2. As this is ratio of two densities, it will be dimensionless. By looking at the formula, you may feel that the units must be gram per mole, क्योंकि यहाँ पे molecular weight है, but ये जो 2 है, this is also molecular weight. So gram per mole cancel हो जाएगा. You will be having no unit for it is dimensionless. उसके बाद हमने empirical formula, molecular formula और mass percentage composition इसके बारे में कुछ देखा. If you know the mass percentage composition, you can always find the empirical formula. The simplest ratio of moles of different elements will give you the empirical formula. How to calculate the moles of different elements if you know the mass percentage? Take 100 grams of the sample. If you know the mass percentage, you can find masses of individual elements. Once you know the mass of individual elements, you can find the moles of the individual elements. If you get moles, divide that by the smallest number, you will get the simplest whole number ratio. Okay. Okay. If you want to find molecular formula, for that you need to know the molecular weight. If you know the molecular weight, you already know the empirical formula. So you know the empirical formula mass, right? So the molecular formula mass divided by empirical formula mass will give you the N factor. Empirical formula times the N factor will give you the molecular formula, right? Agreed, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So ये mass percentage analysis जो है, this is an important section. You may expect questions from this section in your JEE mains or NEET. Okay. This is one of the section where you can expect questions to find the empirical formula or you to find the molecular formula. Okay. इसके बाद हमने reactions in aqueous media ये start किया है. In this, we try to understand what is meant by a solution. The definition of solution is homogeneous mixture of two or more components. What is meant by homogeneous mixture? Homogeneous mixture का मतलब ये है the concentration of particles will be uniform throughout. उसके लिए आपको एक एग्जांपल भी दिया है. If you are taking any salt solution or sugar solution in some bucket, if you are taking a glass of that particular solution from the bottom part as well as from the top part, no matter from which particular region you are choosing that particular part, always you will be having same taste, right? Same taste तभी रहेगा if the concentration is uniform, if the distribution of particles is uniform. If the distribution of particles is not uniform, you will have different amount of sweetness or saltness at different regions. Agreed? So what is meant by
Yes,
homogeneous mixture? Homogeneous mixture का मतलब ये है the concentration of particles is uniform throughout. Okay. We have different types of solutions based on number of components. If you have total number of components as 2, it is called as binary solution. If the total number of components are 3, it is called ternary. 4, quaternary. Okay. We are interested in binary solutions where you will be having only 2 components. One of the component is taken as solute and the other component is taken as solvent. So how to define solute and solvent? It is based on their amount. The one which is present in greater amount, it is called as solvent, and lesser amount, it is called as solute. And by amount, I mean the number of moles. You can also compare the amount based on mass, or you can compare the amount based on volume. ये भी कर सकते हो आप लोग. But the amount which you need to compare is number of moles. The one which is having greater number of moles will be called as solvent, which is having lesser number of moles, it is called as solute. So आपको एक छोटा सा क्वेश्चन भी दिया है आपको. 180 grams of glucose mixed with 162 grams of water. If you are comparing the amount in terms of mass, you may feel glucose must be the solvent because this is in greater amount. But you should not compare the mass, you should compare the moles. The moles of glucose are only 1, the moles of water are 9. So this will become the solvent, this will become the solute. Okay. आप लोग अपने 10th में और एक definition भी पढ़ा होगा, like the substance which gives its phase to the solution, it is called as solvent. मतलब water जो है वो liquid में है, glucose जो है वो solid में है. After dissolving glucose in water, what you will have the solution? The solution will be in liquid form, right? Okay. So the water is giving its phase to the solution. Initially water भी liquid है, solution भी liquid है. Hence I'm treating water to be solvent. This is another type of definition. Okay. The actual definition is you need to see for the number of moles. You can also identify by looking at their phases. Initially glucose भी solid में है and water is in liquid form. The solution is also in liquid form. Hence I'm treating water as solvent. Suppose आप लोग ग्लूकोज बहुत ज्यादा अमाउंट में लिया है. ओके. एक बॉटल ऑफ ग्लूकोज लिया है, उसमें थोड़ा सा अमाउंट ऑफ वाटर डाला है. इन दैट केस ओवरऑल द phase at the end you will see that as solid. You won't be seeing that as liquid, right? Suppose glucose का content ज्यादा है तो in that case glucose will become the solvent. Clear है? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Strength of the solution. Let us understand what is the purpose for calculating the strength of solution. Let us understand what is meant by strength of solution. Suppose आपको 2 sugar solutions दिया है. Okay. I'm giving you 2 sugar solutions. Everyone understand this? Everyone please put your video on and please interact. Everyone.
हाँ सर.
आपको 2 sugar solutions दे रहा हूँ, 2 glasses दे रहा हूँ, glass 1 and glass 2, and I'm asking you which particular solution is having more concentration, or which, in a way the question is like which particular solution is more sweet. How do you check that? More concentration मतलब more sweetness होना चाहिए ना?
हाँ.
Okay,
Taste
how do you check that?
सर
One
पर
obvious,
वॉल्यूम में ज्यादा ग्लूकोज होना चाहिए.
The one having higher amount of glucose.
ग्लूकोज.
the one having higher amount of glucose. Okay, okay, देखते हैं. One obvious thing to do is you can taste both of them. टेस्ट करके जो ज्यादा स्वीट लग रहे हैं उसमें you can definitely say that glass 1 या glass 2 is having greater concentration. कार्तिक ने ऐसा कुछ कहा, the one having greater amount of glucose, the one having greater amount of glucose will be having greater concentration. Is this a valid statement? Is this true? Can I say that?
Same volume of the solution should be present.
Very good. Same volume of the solution के अलावा I can say same volume of the solvent में मिलाना चाहिए. Suppose आप लोग एक छोटा सा ग्लास लिया है और एक ह्यूज ड्रम लिया है, दोनों में आप लोग एक एक स्पून डाल रहे हैं. ओके, सपोज जो ड्रम है उसमें 2 स्पून डाल दिया आप लोग ग्लूकोज, बट छोटा सा ग्लास में एक ही स्पून डाला. सो यू मे फील दैट 2 स्पून का कंटेंट ज्यादा है ना, सो उसका स्वीटनेस ज्यादा होना चाहिए, बट इट इज डिजॉल्व्ड इन ड्रम ऑफ वाटर, बट 1 स्पून इज डिजॉल्व्ड इन ग्लास ऑफ वाटर. सो अपार्ट फ्रॉम concentrating only on amount of glucose, you also need to concentrate on amount of solvent also. Agreed? You should worry about both. So or else I can say the amount of glucose dissolved per unit amount of water. Amount of glucose dissolved per unit amount of water. That will give me an idea on concentration. Agreed? Okay.
Yes, sir.
अभी वो जो amount है, I can define it different ways. I can define the amount in terms of mass. I can define the amount in terms of volume. I can define the amount in terms of moles. I can have different terms. I can either compare the mass of glucose dissolved per unit mass of water. I can compare the moles of glucose dissolved per unit amount of water. I can compare the volume of glucose. Glucose being solid, we won't be taking volume for that. Suppose if you are mixing 2 different solutions, 2 different liquids, in that case, I can measure volume too. The volume of the solute dissolved per unit amount of solvent. All these things will give me an idea of concentration of the solute. Agreed? Okay. Concentration matlab in general we will be calculating for the solute. Concentration of the solute matlab the amount of solute per unit amount of solvent. You can also calculate per unit amount of solution. जैसे ईशा ने कहा, you can also calculate per unit amount of solution. Okay. Greater the amount of solute present per unit amount of solution, more will be the concentration. Agreed?
Yes,
Once
sir.
again, I'm stressing on this particular point. Amount matlab you can take different variables, like you can take mass, you can take volume, you can take moles. Agreed? ये सारे things आप लोग measure कर सकते हो. So the strength of the solution can be defined as strength or concentration, anything. The strength or concentration of the solution can be defined as amount of solute dissolved per unit amount of solution or solvent. You can define that per unit amount of solution. Solution मतलब solute plus solvent हो गया. Okay. Or per unit amount of solvent is called as strength of the solution. Is that clear?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yes, sir.
So based on this particular definition and based on different units of measurement, like you can measure moles, you can measure mass, you can measure volume, we have different concentration terms. Okay. So standard concentration terms जो भी available है, let us discuss all of them. The first concentration term is mole fraction. First read the definition. What is the definition of it? It is defined as moles of solute present in 1 mole of solution. Mole fraction or fraction of the moles. Suppose if you score 80 out of 100, what is your marks fraction?
0.8.
0.8. Your marks divided by total number of marks. So mole fraction का मतलब क्या होगा? Mole fraction of solute का मतलब क्या होगा? उसका moles divided by total number of moles. Okay. So mole fraction पहले definition के अलावा let us see the formula of it. Mole fraction of solute is nothing but moles of solute divided by total number of moles, which are nothing but moles of solution. Or mole fraction of solute is moles of solute upon moles of solute plus moles of solvent. Once you know the formula, with the help of formula, we will try to write the definition. Everyone, understand this. Mole fraction मतलब आप लोग formula तो लिख पा रहे हैं, which is उसका खुद का moles divided by total number of moles. With the help of this particular formula, I will try to write the definition. Understand everyone? If I take the moles of solution as 1, what will happen? The denominator will become 1. If the denominator is 1, can I say in that case, the moles of solute is equal to the mole fraction of solute?
Yes.
Agreed?
Yes,
Denominator
Yes,
1
sir.
का तो ये दोनों equal हो गया. So I can write the definition as mole fraction of solute is nothing but the moles of solute which are present in 1 mole of solution. Agreed? आया समझ में?
हाँ, sir.
Write the definition. It is defined as moles of solute present in 1 mole of solution. I am making the denominator as 1. Then moles of solute will become equal to moles fraction of solute. Clear? Okay. यहाँ पे आपको एक क्वेश्चन दिया है. CH3OH है ये, CH2 नहीं. CH3OH, which is called as methanol, and H2O, both of them are mixed. You are mixing 46 grams of methanol with 36 grams of H2O. Find mole fractions of both the components. What is the mole fraction of? Mole fraction के लिए symbol है capital X. Okay, this is the symbol for mole fraction, which is capital X. So mole fraction of CH3OH आपको find करना है, as well as mole fraction of H2O. Tell me these values. Answer. Mole fraction of any given component is moles of that particular component divided by total number of moles. Okay. 23/55. शिवदत्ता, तुमने जो भी कैलकुलेट कर रहे हैं, you are finding the mass fraction. You are doing 46/46 plus 36. वो गलत है. I'm asking the mole fraction. इसका moles find करके divided by total number of moles. So you need to convert this mass into respect to moles first. यहाँ पे आपको mass दिया है, not the moles. ओके, कैलकुलेशंस क्या है ऐसा? ओके, CH3OH का मास कितना है?
सर मैंने मोल्स में किया था.
उसके
तो
बाद ये
32 आ रहा है मेरा।
हाँ सर
C-
32 आ रहा है।
हाँ
CH3OH
सर
का
32।
मास 32 है क्या? ओके
हाँ
ओके,
सर 46 में
46 नहीं है।
नहीं है सर।
नो सर।
ओके ओके, C2H5OH का मास कितना है देखो एक बार। C2H5OH
सर, इसको मैंने मोल्स में करके किया तो वो आंसर आया था।
अच्छा ओके ओके, सॉरी सॉरी, मुझे लगा 46 ग्राम्स द
सर
मॉलिक्यूलर वेट ऑफ CS।
C2H5OH का आता है 46।
हाँ
Okay,
सर।
for making our calculation easy, let us convert this into C2H5OH. C2H5OH. So what will be the moles of
It will
C2H5OH?
be 1
1 मोल।
mole.
46 gram upon 46 gram per mole. ग्राम ग्राम कैंसिल होगा, 46 कैंसिल होगा, which is equal to 1 mole. What would be the moles of H2O?
2
2
मोल।
moles.
Mole.
Everyone, I hope that's clear. So what would be the mole fraction of CS3OH? Sorry, mole fraction of, अभी क्या लिखना चाहिए मुझे?
C2H5OH।
C2H5OH.
C2H5OH कितना होगा?
1/3.
1/3।
1/3 everyone? Okay, this will be
2/3।
2/3. Okay, ये बताना इसी क्वेश्चन में what is mole fraction of C2H5OH plus mole fraction of H2O equal to?
1।
It is 1. It is 1/3 plus
2/3.
2/3, which is equal to 1. Okay. I can also say, suppose if I have 3 different components, A, B, and C, whose moles are Na, Nb, and Nc. What will be the mole fraction of A? Na
upon Na plus Nb plus Nc.
Everyone, clear hai ye? Similarly, what will be the mole fraction of B?
NB by
NB by Na plus Nb plus
plus
Nc.
NB.
Nb upon Na plus
NB.
Nb plus Nc.
Yes.
Okay. What will be the mole fraction of C?
NC upon Na
Nc upon Na plus Nb plus Nc.
NC.
Okay. Again, what is the sum of all mole fractions?
1.
यहाँ पे
1।
भी 1 आया ना? So ये point आप लोग note कर सकते हो, which is sum of all mole fractions equal to 1. Sum of all mole fractions of all the components present in the solution will always be equal to 1. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Next.
सर ये 1/3 2/3 कैसा है, मुझे नहीं समझ
कौन सा part?
ये 1/3 और 2/3.
What is mole fraction? What is the formula for mole fraction? It is moles of that particular component, which is moles of C2H5OH divided by total number of moles. Moles किस का है? C2H5OH का है plus moles of water. 2 components है ना, एक water है, एक C2H5OH है. Moles of C2H5OH कितना है? 1. Moles of water कितना है? 2. So 1/1 plus 2 किया है 1/3. Similarly, mole fraction of H2O मतलब उसका moles, मतलब water का moles divided by total number of moles, which are again 3, 2/3. Clear है?
Yes sir.
बाकी लोग. Okay, let's go to the next concentration term, which is mass percentage. Mass percentage का मतलब क्या होगा? खुद का mass, उस particular component का mass divided by total mass into 100. Agreed?
Yes.
उसका mass divided by total mass into 100. Can anyone tell me the definition for this? This is the formula, which is weight of solute divided by weight of solution into 100. Tell me the definition for this.
Mass of solute per mass of solution.
Once again, यहाँ पे क्या definition कैसे लिखा हमने? By making this as 1, if I'm making this as 1, the definition becomes the mole fraction of solute is moles of solute present in 1 mole of solution. Okay.
Mass of solute in 1 gram of solution.
100 grams of solution.
Mass of solute in 1 gram of solution. कार्तिक अगर हम एक मिनट if I'm taking this as 1, you will be getting percentage weight by weight as 100 into weight of solute ना.
Yes sir.
Okay.
Yes sir. Okay.
Take this as 100. If I'm taking this 100, ये 100 cancel होगा. तब क्या होगा? The weight of solute is nothing but the mass percentage in that case.
Yes.
So how to define mass percentage? It is nothing but the weight of solute present in 100 grams of solution. Agreed? Everyone?
Okay sir.
सबसे पहले सबको फॉर्मूला क्लैरिटी है. मास परसेंटेज मतलब उसका मास into 100 percentage. Okay. How are we defining it? By making this as 100. ये 100 cancel होगा. So percentage weight by weight is weight of solute present in 100 grams of the solution. Clear है?
Yes sir.
Okay. I'm writing the definition. It is the weight of solute present in 100 grams of the solution. Okay. If I tell you, okay. If I tell you 30% weight by weight solution of NaCl in H2O, इसका मतलब क्या होगा?
30 grams of NaCl in 100 grams of
30 gram NaCl in 100 gram water.
Very good. Can I say that?
Yes.
इसका मतलब this implies 30 grams of 100 gram of water नहीं है, it is 100 grams of solution.
हाँ 100
बोलना
gram
चाहिए. Water is the solvent here. Okay. 30 grams of NaCl in 100 grams of
solution.
This implies what should be the mass of H2O?
70
gram.
Mass of H2O must be equal to mass of solution minus solution. SOLN मतलब solution है minus mass of NaCl.
Yes.
Mass of solution is 100 grams minus mass of NaCl is 30 grams, which is equal to 70 grams. Clear है? If you know the individual masses, can you also find the mole fraction of NaCl and mole fraction of H2O?
Yes sir.
So if you are given the mass percentage, you can always convert that into mole fraction. Agreed? समझ में आया आपको?
हाँ sir.
Yes sir.
What can I comment on mole fraction? और यहाँ पे डायरेक्टली लिखता हूँ मैं. Mole fraction of NaCl क्या होगा? Equals to, उसका मास 30 है divided by, I'm not calculating it, 58.5 divided by 30 upon 58.5 plus
70 upon 80.
70/18. Any doubt, anyone?
No, sir.
Okay. Please solve this question.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, please explain that again.
कौन सा पार्ट?
सर ये लास्ट में जो
हाँ, मोल फ्रैक्शन. मोल फ्रैक्शन का मतलब क्या है? उसका मोल्स डिवाइड बाय टोटल नंबर ऑफ मोल्स ना. मोल्स फाइंड करने के लिए तुम्हें क्या चाहिए? You need to know the mass of that particular substance. You already know the mass of NaCl as 30 grams and you know the mass of water as 70 grams. Hence, you can find the moles of NaCl and the moles of H2O. Right? The total moles of the solution will be moles of NaCl plus moles of H2O. Moles of NaCl already पता है आपको. Mole fraction of NaCl क्या होगा? खुद का moles divided by total number of moles. These are the moles of NaCl. यहाँ पे if you want, which is equal to moles of NaCl divided by moles of NaCl plus moles of H2O. Clear है? Solve this question. आई थिंक वो जो कैलकुलेशन है आपको एग्जैक्ट सॉल्व नहीं होगा, थोड़ा फ्रैक्शंस में आएगा.
हाँ सर.
ओके, देखते हैं. ओके, हाउ टू एनालाइज 30% CCl4 by mass. What is meant by 30% CCl4 by mass?
सर मतलब 30 grams 100 gram of solution में present है.
Exactly. If nothing is mentioned about the solvent, always take the solvent as water. Okay. 30% CCl4 by mass implies 30 grams of CCl4 in 100 gram of solution. Okay. This implies what is the mass of H2O?
7.
100 gram minus 30
30
gram,
30 gram.
which is equal to 70 gram. What will be the
Excuse me
mole
sir.
fraction of CCl4? Yeah.
सर हमने H2O क्यों लिया?
हाँ सर इथेनॉल दिया
इथेनॉल दिया है ना सर.
इथेनॉल
हाँ
दिया
सर,
है क्या?
इथेनॉल
सॉरी
दिया
सॉरी,
है.
मैंने सोचा कुछ दिया नहीं है, इसलिए पहले स्टेटमेंट बताया था. If nothing is mentioned about solvent, then we will take H2O. यहाँ पे दिया है इथेनॉल करके. What is the formula of ethanol?
C2H5OH.
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 OH.
Okay. Okay. So mass of C2H5OH will be 70 grams. Okay.
हाँ.
So what will be the mole fraction of? They're asking the mole fraction of CCl4, which is moles of CCl4 divided by moles of CCl4 plus moles of C2H5OH. Moles
हाँ.
of CCl4 कितना है? उसका mass, which is 30 grams, divided by what is the molecular weight of CCl4?
154 जैसा है.
154 gram per mole.
Divided by again 30 upon 154 plus 70 upon C2H4OH का 46 है.
46 है. हाँ.
सर
Okay. You can calculate this. This will give you the answer. Calculate कर लेंगे क्या? Or else you can leave it for now here. After the class, you calculate the exact value. Okay. ठीक है. Next question. This is an interesting question. A 2-gram sample containing SiO2 and Fe2O3 on very strong heating leaves a residue of 1.96 grams. Okay. Initially 2 grams है, उसको heat करने के बाद it got converted into 1.96 grams. मतलब 0.04 grams का deficit है. Agreed? So try to understand what is the reason for that deficit. The reaction responsible for loss of weight is 2Fe2O3 converts into 2Fe3O4 and half O2. Whenever I'm heating this particular sample, the Fe2O3 which is present inside this is converting into Fe3O4, and in the process it is liberating O2. So the O2 being a gas, it escapes from the system. As a result, there is loss of weight. They're asking what is the percent by mass of SiO2 in the original sample. Attempt this question. It's a good question. You need to find the mass percentage of SiO2.
Sir, such similar type of question was there in DPP2 yesterday.
Okay. Everyone put your video on. Arman, put your video on. Arman, Ishan, Arnav. Gauri, please put your video on. अक्षत, जयराज, सत्यजीत, please put your video on. Arman, are you there in the lecture? Amit Raj, put your video on. इशिता, ऋषिकेश, सानिका, प्रसन्ना, वेदांत, श्रेया, अर्चित, अमेय, everyone please put your video on. यहाँ पे इक्वेशन में थोड़ा सा गलत लिखा है, यहाँ पे देखना, दिस इज नॉट 2Fe2O3, ये 3 होना चाहिए तभी बैलेंस होगा.
हाँ सर वही.
This has to be 3Fe2O3. यहाँ पे आपको 3 into 2 6 आयन है, 2 into 3 यहाँ पे भी 6 आयन है. Once everyone cross check, this has to be 3. सानिका, तुम्हें कोई हंसा रहा है क्या? इट्स ओके, प्लीज पुट योर वीडियो ऑन. चलेगा, कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं, आदत हो जाएगा बाद में तुमको. एवरीवन पुट योर वीडियो ऑन. साक्षी, ईशान, सर्वेश, सर्वेश पुट योर वीडियो ऑन. स्मित, ऋषिकेश, अर्नव, अर्नव पुट योर वीडियो ऑन. अर्नव पाटिल एंड अर्नव his friend.
सर
या बताओ.
इनिशियल रिएक्शन दिया है सर, उसका इक्वेशन क्या होगा?
सॉरी,
व्हाट विल बी द इक्वेशन फॉर रिएक्शन ऑफ SiO2 and Fe2O3?
SiO2 Fe2O3 को बीच में कुछ रिएक्शन नहीं हो रहा है. देयर इज सम सैंपल ऑफ SiO2 and Fe2O3, उसको कॉम्बिनेशन है, उसको हीट कर रहा हूं मैं. रिएक्शन जो भी हो रहा है ऑलरेडी आपको दिया है. Fe2O3 इसके अंदर जो भी है, it is converting into Fe3O4 and half O2. This is the reaction that is responsible for loss of weight. SiO2 it is present as it is, उसका कुछ नहीं हो रहा है हीट करने से.
तो मतलब जितना भी मास कम हो रहा है वो हाफ O2 की मतलब O2 की वजह से हो रहा है.
एग्जैक्टली, जितना भी मास कम हो रहा है वो O2 के वजह से हो रहा है. मास कितना कम हुआ? 0.04 ग्राम्स. So O2 कितना बाहर गया? 0.04 grams. I can say
तो
that.
मतलब SiO2 हीट करने पर कुछ नहीं होता क्या?
SiO2 का हीटिंग रिएक्शन कुछ नहीं है, सैंड है, सैंड को हीट करने से सैंड ही रहेगा, गर्म हो जाएगा सैंड बस.
ओके.
Okay. There is no reaction for SiO2, heating reaction for SiO2. It is a stable compound. It is stable towards heat. Fe2O3 जो है, whenever it is heated, it is converting into Fe3O4. ट्वेंटी 22.5%. ठीक है, देखते हैं. From the question also, from the given information, you need to do make some assumptions. यहाँ पे assumption ये है SiO2 Fe2O3 के बीच में कुछ reaction नहीं हो रहे, SiO2 का heating reaction भी नहीं है, और else आप लोग को वो reaction भी दिया होगा. And Fe2O3 का there is a heating reaction converting into Fe3O4 and half O2. Everyone wants to explain कैसे करना है? गौरी, अरमान, are you there in lecture? At least give me a sign. हाँ सर, ट्राई कर रहा हूँ, ऐसा कुछ. मृणाल, अथर्व, 2.25% देखते हैं. At least leave a message. Yeah, at least leave a message. जिनका मैं names call out कर रहा हूँ, at least leave a message. Okay. ठीक है गौरी, बाकी लोग अथर्व, 40% कहा है किसी ने. ओके, 40% may be the right answer. Everyone जिनको 22.5 या 2.25 आया है, एक बार क्रॉस चेक करना. 40% may be the right answer. What is the mass of the entire sample? It is 2 grams. Heat करने के बाद कितना बचा है? 1.96 grams. So can I say that 1.96 grams is of SiO2 plus Fe3O4? इन दोनों का कंबाइंड मास है. SiO2 तो वैसा ही रहा है. Fe2O3 Fe3O4 में कन्वर्ट हो गया है. इन दोनों का मास इज 1.96. एस्केप कौन हुआ है? हाफ O2. Okay, or else O2 got escaped. So the mass of O2 that got escaped is 0.04 होना चाहिए.
हाँ.
Agreed. यहाँ पे आप लोग initially the mass of SiO2 plus the mass of Fe2O3, it is given as 2 grams. Later you are left with mass of SiO2 plus mass of Fe2O3 got converted into Fe3O4 is 1.96 grams. So mass of O2 escaped कोई रेडियो चला है क्या? मास ऑफ O2 escaped कितना है? 2 minus 1.96 which is equal to 0.04 grams. Can you convert these into moles?
हाँ. Yes.
Moles of O2 will be equal to 0.04 upon 32. How much is this?
सर पर उन्होंने हाफ मोल O2 बोला, मतलब हाफ O2 बोला है ना.
ये इक्वेशन है. दिस इज सिंपली स्टोइचियोमेट्रिक कोएफिशिएंट. हाफ से कुछ लेना देना नहीं. The thing that is getting escaped is O2, not half O2. You should not say half O2.
Okay.
Okay, half से कुछ लेना देना नहीं. This is a stoichiometric coefficient. I can manipulate this in any way. I can multiply this by 4, then it will be 2O2. I can multiply this by 2, then it will be 1O2. Okay, clear hai?
Okay, sir. हाँ.
So the moles of O2 escaped are 0.04 upon 32. कितना होता है ये?
1/800.
800.
1 upon
800.
Okay. Okay, what is the equation that is responsible for weight loss? 3
Heating of Fe2O3.
Fe2O3 plus, sorry, gives rise to.
No, when it gives rise to
2 Fe3O4 plus half O2. यही है ना?
Yes.
Do the analysis. If I am having 3 moles of Fe2O3, half mole of O2 will be liberated. How many moles of Fe2O3 must be heated in order to get 1/800 mole of O2? कितना होना चाहिए? This will be according to unitary method 1/800 divided by 1/2 into 3, which is equal to 3/1600 mole. Everyone,
yes, sir.
I hope this calculation is clear. 1/800 divided by half मतलब नहीं, कैलकुलेशन मेरा सही है क्या गलत है ना?
Sir, 3/400.
3/400.
Yeah,
400.
into 2/1 होगा ना, so it is 3/400 mole. Clear है? Okay. Once you know the moles, this is moles of Fe2O3 heated. What will be the mass of Fe2O3? It is moles into molecular weight. What is the molecular weight of Fe2O3?
160.
160. बाकी लोग कैलकुलेट नहीं कर रहे क्या? 4 10s, 4 4s, which is equals to how many grams?
1.2 grams.
1.2 grams. So out of the entire mass, 1.2 grams is of Fe2O3. Agreed? 1.2 grams Fe2O3 का है तो what would be the mass of SiO2?
0.8 grams.
0.8.
SiO2 will be equal to 0.8 grams. What will be the percentage weight by weight? Mass percent मतलब कितना होगा? 0.8 divided by total weight, which is 2 into 100. कितना है? 40%.
Okay, sir.
समझा?
Yes, sir.
Everyone try to understand the question once again. देखो मैंने क्या किया है. Initially, the sample is made up of only SiO2 and Fe2O3. After heating, that Fe2O3 is converting into Fe3O4, but in the process, it is liberating O2. O2 being a gas, it is escaping from the system, which is resulting in the weight loss. Initial mass is 2 grams, final mass is 1.96 grams. So the loss of weight is 0.04 grams. That is due to oxygen. So the mass of O2 is 0.04 grams, or the moles of O2 is 1/800 mole. From the stoichiometric equation, if I am heating 3 moles, I'm getting half mole. So how many moles must be heated in order to get that 1/800 moles of O2? We got 3/400 moles of Fe2O3. I have converted these moles into mass. So 1.2 grams आया. Out of 2 grams, 1.2 grams is of Fe2O3. 0.8 grams will be of SiO2. So you can find the mass percentage. Clear है?
हाँ
I
सर.
hope this is clear. Let's go to the next formula and definition. Mass by volume percent. नाम में ये, it is the mass of solute divided by volume of solution into 100. Everything is defined with respect to solution. Percentage weight by volume is weight of solute divided by volume of solution into 100. How to write the definition? If I take this as 100 ml, what will happen? ये 100 cancel होगा. Everyone, if I'm taking the volume of solution as 100 ml, ये वाला 100 cancel होगा. In that case, percentage weight by volume is nothing but mass of solute. Agreed? Everyone agreed?
Sufficient.
देखो, वॉल्यूम ऑफ सॉल्यूशन को 100 ले लो. ये वाला पार्ट अगर 100 हुआ तो ये 100 कैंसिल होगा. तब बचा क्या है? मास ऑफ सॉल्यूट बचा है, विच इज इक्वल टू परसेंटेज वेट बाय वॉल्यूम. ये दोनों इक्वल हो गया ना?
हाँ सर.
So percentage weight by volume is nothing but the mass of solute present in 100 grams of solution. Clear? Agreed?
Yes, sir.
So I can write the definition as it is the mass of solute present in 100 ml of solution. So 10% weight by volume NaCl aqueous solution का मतलब क्या है? You have 10 grams of NaCl in
100 ml water.
100 ml water नहीं है. It is 100
Oh, sorry,
ml of
100 ml
solution.
solution.
100 ml of solution. Okay. What is the mass of H2O then?
90 ml.
90. This is not 100 grams. This is 100 ml of solution. You should not do.
सर ग्राम को ml में कन्वर्ट करेंगे.
ml को ग्राम में कन्वर्ट करेंगे. कार्तिक, ग्राम को ml में नहीं, इस ml को ग्राम में कन्वर्ट करना पड़ेगा हमको. This is the volume of this is the volume of solution, na? This is not mass of the solution. So you should not do 100 minus 10. 100 ml minus 10 grams कैसे कर सकते हो? Both of them are two different units, na? So if I want to know the mass of water, I need to know the mass of solution minus mass of NaCl. Agreed? What would be the mass of solution? It is density of solution into volume minus mass of NaCl. Suppose density of the solution आपको रो दिया है, वॉल्यूम कितना है? 100 ml है ना? It will be 100 rho minus 10 mass of H2O will be. Unless and until you know the density of the solution, मतलब after dissolving NaCl, you need to know the density of that particular solution. Unless and until you know that, you cannot find the mass of the solution. If you assume, in case if you are assuming that upon dissolution of NaCl, there is no change in the density of water. Okay. Initially density of water कितना है? 1 gram per ml है ना? NaCl डालने के बाद भी change नहीं हुआ. मतलब क्या है? After dissolving NaCl also, the density is 1 gram per ml. In that case, I can say the mass of the solution will be 100 grams. क्योंकि 100 into 1 gram per ml 100 grams रहेगा. 100 minus 10 आपको 90 आ जाएगा. 90 grams. Agreed? If they are not mentioning anything about the density, you cannot calculate the mass of H2O. Is that clear? So
Sir,
don't.
please repeat.
हाँ, यहाँ पे आपको दिया क्या है, 10% weight by volume NaCl solution. If it is 10% weight by volume NaCl solution, I can say 10 grams of NaCl is present in 100 ml of solution. That is not 100 ml of water, first of all. Okay. If I want to find mass of water, which is the solvent, I need to know the mass of solution. If I subtract the mass of solute, I will get the mass of water. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do we know the mass of solution? हमें पता नहीं है,
No.
because we know only the volume of solution. How to find the mass of solution? If you know already volume, आपको density भी पता होना चाहिए. Suppose density of solution आपको दिया है rho. Density of solution is given as rho. By multiplying the volume with density, you will get the mass. Volume is 100, the density is rho. This is the mass of solution. Minus the mass of solute is nothing but mass of solvent, which is water. Clear?
यस सर.
Okay,
यहाँ
sir.
पे तो हमको डायरेक्टली पता है मास बाय मास परसेंटेज में this is 30 grams of NaCl in 100 grams of solution. We already know the mass of solution. Hence we were able to calculate directly the mass of solvent. 100 minus 30, 70 grams आ गया. आपको यहाँ पे वैसा नहीं करना चाहिए. You should not do 100 ml minus 10 grams. ये वॉल्यूम में है, ये ग्राम्स में है. How will you subtract? You should not, right?
यस सर.
Is that clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
So the extra information which you need to know is the density of solution if you want to find the mass of water. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So whenever you are having volume, you need to know volume interconversions. Already आपको PV equal to nRT के टाइम पे दिया है volume interconversions. What is 1 liter equals to? (1000 ml), which is equal to 10 power minus 3 meter cube, or 1 meter cube equal to 1000 liters, which is also equal to 1000 dm cube, decimeter cube. Or from here I can write 1 liter equal to 1 dm cube. 1 ml equals to how much? 1 centimeter cube, which is equal to 1 cc, cubic centimeters. Similarly, I can write 1 liter is equals to, or meter cube को लिखते हैं, 1 meter cube is equals to 10 power 6 ml, which is equal to 10 power 6 cc. Okay. What is decimeter? 1 decimeter equal to, डेसी का मतलब होता है 0.1 मीटर्स. डेसी, सेंटी मतलब 0.01, डेसी मतलब 0.1. 1 सेंटीमीटर इज 10⁻⁻² मीटर्स ना, वैसा ही डेसीमीटर, 1 decimeter is 0.1 meters. So from this you can write 1 dm cube is equals to, I am cubing both sides, 10⁻³ meter cube, और else उसको इस साइड लेके गया तो 1 meter cube is 1000 decimeter cube. Clear है? Okay.
हाँ sir.
You can get the relations between these two also. सेंटी मतलब 10⁻², ना. Okay. 1 centimeter is 10⁻² meters. So 1 centimeter cube आपको 10⁻⁻6 meter cube हो जाएगा. -6 को इस साइड लेके गया तो 10 power 6 centimeter cube हो जाएगा. Agreed? You need to know the volume interconversions because here for mass by volume percentage you are dealing with volume. आपको volume यहाँ पे किस में substitute करना है? ml में substitute करना है. Okay? So if you are given the volume in terms of liters or decimeter cube, convert that into ml. Is that clear?
सर.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
वॉल्यूम इंटरकन्वर्जन्स में से कौन-कौन से याद है अपने?
सब याद रखना है. क्वेश्चन में आपको डीएम क्यूब दिया तो क्वेश्चन में आपको कभी लीटर दे सकते हैं, क्वेश्चन में आपको डीएम क्यूब दे सकते हैं, क्वेश्चन में आपको सेंटीमीटर क्यूब दे सकते हैं. You just need to know 1 ml is equals to 1 cc. Okay, 1 liter is equals to 1000 ml. 1 dm cube is equals to 1 liter.
Yes, sir.
ये वाले याद रखो. 1 liter is equals to 1 dm cube, क्योंकि dm cube आप लोग कभी
हाँ,
सुना
sir.
नहीं होगा. सेंटीमीटर क्यूब, क्यूबिक सेंटीमीटर से सब पहले से सुना होगा. डेसीमीटर क्यूब आप कभी नहीं सुना होगा. मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम्स क्वेश्चन में आपको डीएम क्यूब दिखेगा. ओके ओके. डेंसिटी इंटरकन्वर्शंस. अभी हमने वॉल्यूम इंटरकन्वर्शंस देखा. वी विल सी द डेंसिटी इंटरकन्वर्शंस. Convert 1 gram per liter is equals to how many kg per meter cube? 1 gram per liter is equals to how many kg per meter cube? Do this question. Arman, are you there in the lecture?
Yes, sir. I just got disconnected. Quickly got connected back.
तो पहले भी बहुत बार तुम्हारा नाम बुलाया मैंने.
सर वो बाद से नेट आ रहा नहीं है, फ्लक्चुएट बहुत हो रहा है, पिंग भी बहुत कम आ रही है.
ओके ठीक है.
इस एक लेक्चर में 5 बार रिकनेक्ट हो रहा हूँ सर.
ठीक है ठीक है. सुमेधा, श्रावणी, कार्तिक, सर्वेश, please put your video on. One gram per liter is 1 kg per meter cube. Okay. Kilograms का मतलब क्या है? What is meant by kilo? Kilo is nothing but 1000. So you can write this as 1000 gram upon 1 meter cube is how many liters? 1000 liters ना. 1 meter cube is 1000 liters. So 1000 cancel हो गया. क्या है आपको? 1 gram per liter ही आया ना?
हाँ.
Okay. So 1 kg per meter cube is nothing but 1 gram per liter only. Agreed? Clear है? Next question. 1 gram per ml is equals to how many kg per meter cube? One gram per ml equals to how many kg per meter cube? आप समझो अब मैं कैसे कर रहा हूं. किलोग्राम्स मतलब 1000 grams हो गया. Kilo indicates 1000. 1 meter cube is 1000 liters, which I can again write that as 1 gram per 1 liter is 1000 ml. Okay. 1 liter
Yes,
is
sir.
1000 milliliters na. So this has become 10 power minus 3 gram per ml. ये 10 power minus 3 इस साइड गया तो क्या होगा?
+3.
10 power plus 3. So I can write 1 gram per ml is 10 power 3 kg per meter cube, और सही है ना मेरे कैलकुलेशन?
हाँ सर.
1000 kg per meter cube. 1 gram per ml is 1000 kg per meter cube. Is this clear?
Yes.
तो देखो 1 मीटर क्यूब इज 1000 लीटर्स, 1 लीटर इज 1000 ml. सो ये 1000 कैंसिल होने के बाद 1 लीटर को 1000 ml लिखा, विच इज 10 पावर -3 ग्राम पर ml. ये इस साइड गया तो 10 पावर 3 हो जाए. 1 ग्राम पर ml इज 10 पावर 3 kg पर मीटर क्यूब और 1000 kg पर मीटर क्यूब. क्लियर है?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, volume by volume percentage. It is nothing but volume of the solute upon volume of solution into 100. So how to write the definition? Anyone? Sanika, आप बताओ. Tell me the definition of volume by volume percent. कुछ टेंशन नहीं है, आराम से.
Sir, volume of solute in 100 ml of solution.
Very good. बस उतना ही. Volume of solute in 100 ml of solution. If I am taking this as 100, ये 100 cancel हो जाएगा. Then the percentage volume by volume will be equal to volume of solute. Agreed? So take this as 100. You will cancel both the hundreds. So you can write it is the volume of solute present in 100 ml of solution. Everyone, once again, it is 100 ml of solution, but not 100 ml of water. Okay. Okay. Cough syrup 5% weight volume by volume alcohol है. इसका मतलब क्या है? 5 ml alcohol present in
100
ml of
100 ml of solution.
solution.
100 ml of solution. So from this, what can we calculate? I can calculate volume of H2O. Volume of H2O will be volume of solution minus volume of alcohol.
Yes.
Volume of solution कितना ले रहा हूँ? 100 ml. Volume of alcohol कितना है? 5 ml. So volume of H2O कितना होगा? 95 ml.
95 ml.
Okay. So if you know the volume of H2O, I can always find the mass of H2O. Reason being H2O का density 1 gram per ml है. Okay, आपको पता होना चाहिए 1 gram per ml. So from this I can also write the mass of H2O. Mass of H2O will be 95 grams. I may not write the mass of alcohol present because I don't know the density of alcohol. If you know the density of alcohol, I can also calculate the mass of alcohol. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. ठीक है. ये भी कर लेते हैं. Grams per liter. Grams per liter is nothing but the mass of solute present per liter of solution. Volume of solution in terms of liters because it is grams per liter. Okay. Anyone tell me the definition? Smith बताओ, definition बताओ.
Sure.
Yeah.
Mass of solute per unit solution, per unit volume.
It is the mass of solute in 1 liter of solution. Per unit मतलब 1 liter हो गया ना?
Yes, sir.
If I am taking this as 1, this equals to this. So it is the mass of solute in 1 liter of solution. ये जो gram per liter है, is it equal to density? Gram per liter.
Yes, sir.
Units भी gram per liter है ना? So is this concentration term equal to density of solution?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
नहीं. This is not equal to density of solution. What is the reason for that? What is the definition of density of solution? It is mass of solution upon volume of solution. Units आपको same है, gram per liter, but the expressions are different. यहाँ पे gram per liter it is mass of solute upon volume of solution. डेंसिटी ऑफ सॉल्यूशन होता क्या है? इट इज मास ऑफ सॉल्यूशन अपॉन वॉल्यूम ऑफ सॉल्यूशन. सो यू शुड नॉट बी कंफ्यूज्ड विद डेंसिटी ऑफ सॉल्यूशन और ग्राम पर लीटर, दोनों सेम है. दिस concentration term is for mass of solute. This is for mass of solution. Agreed? This is a concentration term. This is in general density. Okay, clear hai?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what do I mean by 0.5 gram per liter of NaCl in H2O? क्या होगा? 0.5 grams of
NaCl.
NaCl.
NaCl in
1 liter of H2O.
1 liter of H2O नहीं है, 1 liter of solution. बार बार यही मिस्टेक, कॉमन मिस्टेक यही रिपीट होता जाएगा आपको फाइनल में भी. इट इज नॉट 1 liter of water, इट इज 1 liter सॉल्यूशन का वॉल्यूम है. मतलब NaCl along with H2O का वॉल्यूम है वो. आप लोग ये बोल सकते हो 0.5 ग्राम डालने से वॉल्यूम का ज्यादा फर्क नहीं आएगा, वॉल्यूम ऑफ H2O भी आपको 1 liter ही आएगा, बट एक्चुअल में यू नीड टू से इट इज 1 liter ऑफ सॉल्यूशन. क्लियर है?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So if you want to find the mass of H2O in this case, what is the information you need to know?
Mass of NaCl and solution.
Mass of NaCl and mass of solution. Already volume of solution हमें पता है. So what is the extra information you need to know?
Density.
Densities.
You need to know the density of solution. अगर density of solution आपको D दिया है, D gram per ml. Please tell me the mass of H2O.
1000 D minus 0.5.
It is 1000 D minus 0.5 grams. Is that clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
1000 ml है, 1000 ml into D gram per ml, ml cancel होके you will be getting 1000 D grams minus 0.5 grams. Clear है?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. We will continue in the next lecture. So different concentration terms which we have seen are अभी के लिए mole fraction, mass by mass percentage, mass by volume percentage, volume by volume percentage, and then gram per liter. Okay. Mole fraction, mass by mass, mass by volume, volume by volume, and gram per liter. We will
Yes,
understand other concentration terms in tomorrow's lecture.
Okay.
Thank you.